Hey Aquarius, what is good? How are you doing, you aquas? So, I have a proposition for you. I decided to do a little special for the remaining month of May up until June. This little proposition slash special includes a 30-minute reading for 22 bucks. Decided to do this little special because I've been noticing that my family, as well as my friends, colleagues, people, that my social circles, as well as my family, have been they've been having a lot of partnership issues, a lot of struggles and like clashes of wills and things of that nature, which is not quite out of the ordinary if one is up to their astrology or up to date with their astrology. We can easily just be like, oh, it's a retrograde, don't worry about it. But when people who aren't mindful of it and who choose to not really make that area of study so important, which is fine. They're just going through life. They don't really understand sometimes what's going on, and due to the confusion, it can be like, what the hell's going on? And it can cause a lot of frustration, especially when we don't understand the reasons as to why. So that's why I decided to do this little special for everyone. So, 30 minutes for 22 bucks. Check the description box. Link is going to be there. A link to my website. Go to the book it page. Go ahead and pay through PayPal. Book your time and the date. Remember, it's only up to June. So, well, I may only take new ones up until June, but for someone who maybe wants to take advantage of it and they pay now and maybe like they want it in a month or so, maybe save it or something to that effect, I'll go ahead and allow that too. But just go ahead and check the description box, it'll all be there. And also on my website too, and all the information is there and everything of that sort. Okay, so let me just do this last shuffle and then we'll start your reading. And I forgot to mention too, this 9-card spread I'm going to be doing for you. This is basically you as an individual, what you are kind of exuding, the energy, and how it's affecting maybe some of your relationships or just life in general. But the actual couples or love reading, the private reading, is going to be completely different, a different spread, completely different. So this is just kind of letting you, or just a general feel of kind of maybe what's going on. Right. Guardian angels of love and light, ancestors lost and known in the seas of time, please intercede into this reading to provide Aquarius with the clarity and direction as to which he or she seeks, and please grant me, the reader, the objectivity to read these cards and relay those messages as they are intended and meant to be. All right. So, how are the water barriers doing? Carrying around that precious element of life, that water, right? Interesting enough, the nodes actually just moved into, this north node moved into Leo, I want to say. Oh, I forgot to mention that in the Leo video. What's wrong with me? And they moved in, and they're in the same sign for 18 years, usually. So, or in the same constellation, I should say. So if you have your north node in Leo, that's some pretty transformative energy is going to be going on for you. So then if you have a north node Leo, then obviously apparently you have a south node Aquarius. So yeah, it's going to really affect you. tremendously. So go ahead and check your guys' birth charts. I recommend Astro.com. They're pretty good. They're like one of the best. I always use them. Enter your birth information. You'll go ahead and get your North Node, also known as your Me Node. You know, they kind of have different names. I prefer, you know, the True Node. Yeah, so go ahead and enter that in, and it'll give it to you, or spit the information out. Also, make sure to check the your transits also for them. That's important too. I know, I think Astro Theme, I'm not sure if it's .com or .org off the top of my head, but Astro Theme's pretty good too. You plug in all that information, it actually gives you your transits for the day that you specify. Aquarius, nothing is popping out. Are you speaking to people? Are you kind of being a little quiet to yourself? Oh yeah, and also if you're like me, you have your North Node is in Aquarius, and then you have a South Node Leo, it still will affect you. It's called your reversal node transit or something to that effect. So check that out too. Aquarius, what's up? Nothing's popping out. There we go. Seven of Swords in reverse. Okay. So how much can we talk about for one card? Oh, I should shut my mouth. Okay. Eight of Wands, reverse. Okay, Aquarius. So I can see that we're coming from a period of maybe, I was going to say maybe of some secrecy, or coming out of that period of maybe having to overlook our communication with people. But as soon as I said that, the Moon card popped up. Let's remain optimistic here, right? No, but so yeah, we're coming out of a period of maybe dealing with the secrecy, or just possibly just improper communication. You know, that could be it too. Because the sevens represent, I like to call them faith focals. Like, you know, you have your, it's blind faith basically. You have your faith goggles on. So sevens are, yeah, basically blind faith. It's just kind of ignoring the facts a little bit, I guess. But yeah, when the Seven of Swords right here is upright, it just means that there are things that you need to overlook again. Recognition of certain facts, right? But when it's in reverse, it just means, you know, coming from that period of maybe having to do that, or no longer needing to do that. Because I feel like, Aquarius, maybe you're coming out of a period of just crazy changes, like things just popping off, like just crazy stuff, like things that left you like, what the hell? Like, did that really just happen to me? Like things like that, right? And also, what's making me say that is because we have the Eight of Wands here in reverse. So that's no longer having those sudden, quick changes, you know, the abrupt changes. The Six of Cups reverse. A lot of signs have been getting the Six of Cups. I feel like, well, I mean, it's appropriate, I think, for, you know, this Scorpio moon and this Pluto retrograde and things like that. The transformations that are happening right now. For sure, we have to revisit the past, and we have to see what did not work, so we can go ahead and change those things. You know, you can either change them and transform them, or you have the chance to leave and walk away. You know. So getting back to the spread here. Aquarius, I kind of feel like, you know, these changes are no longer maybe happening, but I don't mean the transformations aren't happening. What I'm speaking of is the crazy abrupt changes that come out of nowhere that throw you off, basically, that those have kind of ended, you know. Mother of Wands in reverse, also known as the Queen of Wands in reverse. So these changes have actually kind of maybe stopped, or they've calmed down a lot, because maybe you did recognize certain people or certain things that were going on and you were like, YOLO, I'm done, you know, like something like that. Because maybe certain things were revealed, Aquarius. Maybe certain secrets or certain things that were just kept from you. And also the moon card can also mean, you know, that maybe you're quite emotional. Maybe emotionally glad that all this craziness is kind of coming to an end. But it's more of, you know, just emotion being involved in it. Could also maybe be possibly dealing with the Cancer. But when the moon is upright like that, it just means that something is going to be revealed. You know, when it's in reverse, that's when it's like there are some secrets. But something is about to be revealed, or something did reveal itself, Aquarius. And it caused you to relook and revisit certain areas in your life. And I think that when you went back, Aquarius, and you actually looked at these things, kind of made you be a little bit angry, a little bit uneasy. Three of Swords made you feel a little bit kind of like you want to retaliate maybe a little bit. I'm kind of picking that up too, getting that strong energy, which I'm pretty sure was, you know, it's merited or holds some merit. Yeah. But all of a sudden, then these quick changes started to kind of come, right? Maybe back a little bit, or maybe not. 10 of Cups. Because maybe when you revisited them, and maybe you caught yourself from maybe becoming very upset, or actually maybe acting on it, it led to a lot of pain, Aquarius. Like, it was like one of those moments of like, wow, that person did that to me. Like, it's like, you know, when we have those moments where we're like, seriously though? Seriously? It was like one of those things. Which, you know, kind of coincides with the three of Swords being directly beneath the moon card. Wheel of Fortune, this ending's looking great. So whatever got revealed to you, Aquarius, shook you up a little bit, and it made you really rethink things and caused a lot of maybe doubt in humanity, or maybe of the situation in other people possibly. Could also maybe possibly be dealing with a Sagittarius. And also maybe just possibly a general fire sign. Gemini, Libra. I'm sorry, I apologize. What's wrong with me? Aries, Leo, or Sag. So yeah, it kind of puts you into that state of heartbreak, you know? And you didn't like it, Aquarius. I mean, who likes to, you know, be heartbroken? But you didn't like how everything kind of went down and how you were left maybe with some of that vulnerability. The Eight of Swords reversed. So that moment of vulnerability, Aquarius, you didn't like that. Which, I mean, who does, you know? But those moments of vulnerability are actually really good, you know? It's a chance for us to learn about ourselves. It's a chance for us to finally see what we accept and what we don't accept, you know? Okay. So yeah, whatever got revealed, Aquarius, needed to come out. It had to. I feel like the other party, it was really just something that wasn't great. That's why the secret and the deception was actually being kept. You know, because someone can have a secret, right, but just not really say anything. You know, that's just a secret. Or have information and not say anything. It's a secret. But when you start to get into deception, that's when, you know, they're beguiling you. They're, you know, using trickery to deceive you in terms of distract you from finding the truth. And that's a whole other subject right there, you know what I mean? That trickery is just But okay, back to the reading. So yeah, whatever got revealed, Aquarius said, really, it was like, you took a step back and you were like, okay, what the HE double hockey sticks? Like, we gonna revisit this? Where did it go wrong? But I feel like Aquarius, it really stroked that chord in you, and it freaking infuriated you. Like, but we must remember, Aquarius, that when things affect us as so, and we become very upset, the real issue or the real problem or the real emotion that lies underneath that is hurt. It's usually heartbreak, you know? That's what usually, that's what gets us. It's that sadness, because then we feel vulnerable and we feel like, you know, people have done us wrong, and that's the real emotion, is the sadness. But this Mother of Wands here is in reverse. Like, get this camera back in focus. This Mother of Wands right here really just, since it's in reverse, it's like the Queen of Wands, right? The queens, or the queens, it sounds funny. The court cards, in terms of the queens, they create safe environments for the element, whether it's wands, swords, you know. So in this case, the environment that was created, it could be by you, or I feel like what got revealed or what's about to be revealed is going to cause you to create an environment of kind of wrath. It's going to be fire energy, right? You could possibly have fire in your chart as well. This fire energy, but it's used in the wrong way. It's used out of anger. It's creating, basically lighting the damn place up. Like, you know, when the Mother of Wands here, the Queen of Wands is in reverse, it's just someone who isn't very nice. She is no one to screw with. Like, that's the last person that you want to even, oof, you don't want to try her, right? And I'm pretty sure that whatever happened made you feel like this, Aquarius. It really did. And then I think you came to and you realized that that emotion was underneath that anger. And maybe this needed to happen, Aquarius, for a certain reason, because look what it brought. It brought this great, you know, ending for you. Because now that you're moving on, right? And you decided that, you know what, I'm done with this heartbreak, and I'm done with becoming angry, and I'm done with having those moments, you know, of nostalgia, but thinking about the bad versus, you know, thinking about the good. Because this puts you into this state, you know, sorry, reverse. It throws you into this state of reverse where you just are no longer coiled up, you're striking. And you're coming in with great vengeance and furious anger, right? Because when you think about the past and it's not favorable and it's bad, it leads you to feeling like that. But it was okay, Aquarius, because, you know, It made you feel and have that pain. And it needed to happen. And I know that that sounds kind of a little harsh or a little rough, you know? Which, I mean, I would even tell someone, what the hell? You're trying to say I deserve pain? It's like, no, of course not. It's not what I'm saying. So let me further explain myself, right? Because I think you finally realize, Aquarius, like, you know what? I'm done. I'm no longer going to accept that from other people or from this person, from this Cancer, possibly from this other fire sign. And you're like, because I'm going to get what I deserve now. And you are, because now you are aware of this, you made that decision. It was a tough one, but you made it. And look what has your back and in support. Destiny and the world and spirit and everything else. Every other, or who or what every other higher being that, you know, put your faith in, they have your back. And this is a good course to be on. It's a supportive course. That's why it's the will, because, you know, anything can happen. You know, the moon, what is it? The moon right here, right? The emotion that's involved in it. Watching over. Also the moon right here as well. The emotion. And then the cups just in general too. Because now you're no longer trapped, right? You don't feel, no longer feel that you're kind of bound to something. It's over now, Aquarius. Like, you can then break out of that shell. Because the eights, you know, represent steadfast movement. And it represents change when it comes to fire energy. And also, you know, when it comes to sword energy like this, it's also recognition. So now you recognize that you were feeling trapped and you no longer were going to accept that or are going to accept that. Which is great. Because only you allow what happens to you, Aquarius, you know? Only you allow those certain things. Sorry, trying to get this into focus. There we go. Only you allow those things to happen to you, Aquarius, and either you can choose to accept it and continue on with it and, you know, wallow in the mire, or you can move on. Like, I feel like you have made that decision, you're about to. Because just when you had a moment of rest, of the crazy calming down, you're like, okay, cool. You know, I can take my shoes off now, I can kick back. Then bam, there comes the damn secret. Or comes, you know, rushing in with those emotions. Because you go from something being revealed or going to be revealed into feeling horrible about the past, being stuck in the past, ruminating over it, which led to heartbreak. But you went from heartbreak to reciprocity, to a card of completion, right? 10 is a completion. You know, and you have two completion cards here. 10 to the top. And 10 as well, right there. And 10 can also, you know, in numerology be described as, or it is, as 1. 1 plus 0, obviously 1. It's a new start. Because once it's a completion of a cycle, you start again. Yeah, so I feel like it's good. Of course, this needed to happen. It was a moment of sadness. It was a moment of emotion that were involved, or that was involved. But I feel like it's good. It needed to happen, and you did good by it. And it showed you, you know, it showed you that the darkness is now not around, you know, anymore. It's not. You no longer allow it to come into your circle of light anymore. You're over it. Good. Proud of it. Yeah, I think that pretty much concludes your reading. Yeah, because, like, just when you were chilling, right? Oh, I hate that. Don't you hate it? But yeah, I'm pretty sure that concludes your reading. Go ahead and make sure to take advantage of this little special going on. Once again, 30 minutes for $22. Check the description box for additional information. And yeah, we'll see you then.